Izumi and Akiko are having a friendly chat on the phone. Akiko is interrupted by a knock-knock on the door. Akiko breathes a sigh of relief, but Izumi is furious and instantly hangs up, disgusted. Where is Akiko, and how did Izumi know? So I'll read that one again. Izumi and Akiko are having a friendly chat on the phone. Akiko is interrupted by a knock-knock on the door. Akiko breathes a sigh of relief, but Izumi is furious and instantly hangs up, disgusted. Where is Akiko, and how did Izumi know?
So my first thought is, Izumi's husband has gone to work, and then there's a knock at the door, and she recognises that knock because he always gives a playful rat-a-tat-tat or something, and instantly knows the game is up.
We have, I think, all assumed that these are both female names, and I'm going to assume they're chosen for a reason. Like, these sound, at first glance, I'm going to say Japanese. I don't know if that's relevant to the question. It feels relevant to the question.
It is relevant to the question.
Oh, okay.
And now, 3 people who read as default British man are going to tread very carefully.
You didn't mention that they answer the door. It's
just a knocking.
It's just a knocking that Izumi hears, and then she hangs up, furious and disgusted. Was that the term you used?
Disgusted was the term.
So disgusted is a very specific sort of description of what they're feeling. It's not anger, it's not frustration. Well, they were furious and disgusted.
Yeah, I'd concentrate on that, Jonny.
We have Morse code over here. Is there a Japanese equivalent of that knocking on the door perhaps was left an insult, was a word that they used to knock on the door with, and that left them disgusted as a result?
I would think about the kind of culture that Japan has, maybe.
Is it rude to turn up? I was doing some research for another quiz. Yeah, I forget which country it was, and I think it was Sweden or Finland or somewhere where it was very rude to turn up unannounced, to turn up unexpected. So was she not expecting guests, and then the door went?
I guess she wasn't expecting guests, but she breathed a sigh of relief.
Oh, was it the police? Were the police knocking on the door?
No.
Fair enough.
Oh, she breathed a sigh of relief.
Focus on what Izumi heard. They're not in the same space.
So all she heard was the knock on the door.
Akiko is interrupted by a knock-knock on the door.
Knock, knock. Does she not say who's there? And she's furious.
That's very carefully phrased. Like, that's not necessarily someone knocking on the door.
Let's try and work out where Akiko is. So, Izumi is disgusted. Why would you be disgusted when you're on the phone with someone?
Oh my God!
Oh
no!
Oh,
Tom's had an epiphany.
Where would you be disgusted if you're on the phone with someone and you realise where they are and you're disgusted?
I've got it.
Yep. Presumably, Akiko is in the bathroom.
Akiko is in a toilet cubicle specifically.
Yes.
So yes, Akiko is in the bathroom. So that's the first part of the question. How did Izumi know?
From the knock-knock. That's all she heard was a knock-knock.
Yes, but Jonny, what didn't she hear?
A flush? A wash of hands?
A dryer?
A woman's voice?
Let's do a little game.
Are we doing character work here? Okay.
A game within a game.
Imagine that you're stood at a door.
Mm-hmm.
Jonny, I want you to knock on that door for me. Just make the noise next to your microphone so we can hear it. So that was a double knock. Tom, how would yours sound? And John? You've all done.
Is it an echo? Is it about the echo?
It's not an echo, but you've all done exactly the same thing.
A little pause?
No, say you were going to like a friend's house, how would you knock on the door? So what was the difference between the knock in the question and the knock Jonny did, the one for his friend? Do that again, Jonny.
So I went
And in the question, it was knock, knock.
That's not enough information to deduce you're knocking on a toilet door.
Yes, it is enough information to know you're knocking on a toilet door, but how, Tom?
Is there a specific cultural knock in Japan for is this toilet occupied?
Yes, Tom!
So they need a third knock or something like that.
Wow!
Yes, John! That is exactly it! There is a lack of a third knock. So Izumi didn't hear a third knock. So she knew that Akiko was in the toilet. So Akiko was in a female toilet, specifically the third cubicle. It is customary to knock twice on toilet cubicle doors in Japan. It's a bad omen to knock 3 times on the third toilet cubicle door of a female toilet on the 3rd floor of a building, traditionally.
Oh, my word.
But it is turned into all toilet doors because, according to the urban legend, 3 knocks summons Hanako-san, a ghost who haunts lavatories.
Wow.
So you don't knock 3 times on the toilet in Japan. You only knock twice. But it's customary in the rest of Japan to give more than 2 knocks. So if you are on the phone to someone in Japan and you hear 2 knocks, they're on the toilet.
Incredible.
Wow.
Azumi breathed a sigh of relief as Hanako-san wasn't summoned. If there was that 3rd knock, a ghost would have turned up, so she was relieved at that. However, this made Izumi correctly suspect that Akiko was speaking to her while she was on the toilet.
That's such a good question. Now I know the answer.
Yeah, it's really good.
We sort of got there in the end.
It's not anything... The Hanako-san knowledge isn't in the general ether, but it is now.
The Lateral Producers Club is at lateralcast.com if you would like more lateral, fewer adverts, and to support the show.